I am Coach Danny. I am the founder of Singles Who Pray. I am a Christian life coach and a content creator for YouVersion. I currently have devotionals for singles on there, Thriving in Your Singleness, Part 1 and 2. Check it out. It's also on Bible.com. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. God bless you. As many of you may know, I always share encouragement words on this channel. And today, I do have a word for someone out there. Remember to take the word to the Lord in prayer. I believe that this word is going to encourage someone, bring revelation and clarity. So many of you may know I always share a story or a dream that the Lord has given me. Today, I'm going to share a story. A week or two ago, I went on a getaway with my sisters. We were celebrating my younger sister's birthday. And I've been seeing so many different videos about flying. People are fighting. People are arguing. It's a lot of frustration. For some reason, I'm flying during this pandemic. So I'm always like, God, cover me on this flight. I already don't like to fly. And just all this like drama on these planes is just giving me more anxiety when I go fly. So on this particular trip, usually I believe in etiquette in all areas, whether you're on the plane, you're at a restaurant, you're out and about. I believe in etiquette. So I believe that plane etiquette is that when you get on the plane, you wait for the person in front of you to, put their storage in the overhead bin and, let them take their seats, and then you proceed. But like I said, everyone is different. Everyone doesn't think the same way. So on my flight, I already had like heavy luggage, small luggage that I had, and I had a heavy carry-on bag because I brought my laptop with me on this trip. And I'm already like I'm just already annoyed because everything is heavy. And I was just struggling a little bit to get my luggage on the overhead bin. And I just felt someone behind me like trying to just get past me. And I didn't understand why, because we all have to wait. I just believe that when you're on a flight, whoever's in behind you, they have to wait until you sit down so they can proceed, because the aisle on the plane is really small. I know I lost weight, but I really believe that no one can really pass you during the aisle unless they turn their whole body or they sit down. So there was a lady that was just trying to push past me. First, I was just looking at her at the corner of my eye like, is she really trying to pass me right now? And I just ignored it because I'm like, there's no way this lady's going to be able to pass me because I'm not a small girl. I lost weight, but I'm still kind of hippie. So as I'm trying to like put my luggage in the storage bin and trying to take my seat, the lady is like pushing me just to get past me. And I'm like, I'm not trying to, judge anything, because I'm like, maybe she has to use the bathroom. I don't know, because she was going to the back of the plane. So I don't understand what she was trying to do. So I'm like, ma'am, please, can I just take my seat first before you pass me? And she did not hear a word that I said. She just pushed me. I'm like, ma'am. And then my sisters, they think this is like the funniest thing on earth, because I'm like, ma'am, please let me sit down. But she did not. And it's so crazy that after pushing me, like literally pushing me down, she still had to wait, because there were a lot of people who were still, trying to get their luggage in the storage bin. Sometimes people, they put their stuff in the storage bin and then they forget that they have like their electronics. Like, it just happens on planes. And she still had to wait. Like, she was literally still standing in the aisle waiting, because there was so many people in front of her. So I said that all to say that God has many of us in the waiting season, the waiting stage. There's nothing we can do to push past the season that the Lord has us in. And I just want to share some, encouraging words and also scriptures about the waiting. Many of us are waiting for something. We may be on different paths. You may be waiting for your kingdom marriage. You may be waiting for the Lord to give you a health miracle. You may be waiting for the next phase of your life. You're tired of waiting for things to pass over. You are waiting for a blessing to come into your life. You're waiting for a financial miracle. And sometimes we want to just push past the process that we are currently in because we're tired of waiting. I know I have been there. There's been many of things that I've been waiting for, but the Lord is going to give you strength for the wait. Let's go to Psalms 27:13. I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord. Be strong, take heart, and wait for the Lord. I just love this scripture because it just tells us, reassures us that we will see the goodness of the Lord right here on earth. While we are waiting, while we are praying, while we are fasting, we will see God's goodness. If we don't give up, if we just be strong. I know no one wants to hear about that. You don't want to hear about being strong when you're going through so much pain. You're going through so much agony in this waiting season. But I'm here to tell you, meditate on Psalms 27:13. Let that be your task for this week if you're going through a hard time in your waiting. Some of us are waiting for our kingdom marriages. I know this is like a trendy topic, kingdom marriage, but many of you are waiting for something different. You are waiting for God's plan for your life concerning kingdom marriage. And sometimes it's, frustrating. Sometimes you're just tired of waiting. You just want to connect with your kingdom spouse and you want to just start that new path of marriage. But sometimes God has you waiting, because there are some things he wants to do in you and for you in your waiting season. Sometimes you need to work on your character while you're waiting for marriage. Sometimes you need to do something that God is telling you to do in your season of singleness. No one wants to hear that because we want to just bypass this single season. But God is trying to do amazing things in your season of waiting. I can talk about this because I am a single woman that is waiting. But what can you do in your season of waiting? You can maximize your singleness. You can get busy in your purpose. You can work on yourself. Let's go to scripture regarding waiting for kingdom marriage. Philippians 4:6-7. Don't be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus Christ. I just love this scripture because it covers all areas concerning our kingdom marriage. Don't be anxious. I know sometimes if you're, older and you're waiting for kingdom marriage, your clock is ticking. You believe that your clock is ticking and you're just anxious about that because you want to this time of marriage to come really quickly because you want to have children, or you're just thinking about your clock. But the Lord is saying, don't be anxious for anything. He knows your clock. He has everything covered. Verse that I love is taking everything to the Lord in prayer. We must pray. We must cover our kingdom marriages in prayer. Some of us, we are just waiting. We're not praying. We're waiting, but we're not praying. Let me say it again. We're waiting, but we're not praying. We must pray in our season of singleness. Take every request, take every desire, take every frustration. Let's be real, because some of you are frustrated with your season of singleness. I know I have been there, but the Lord knows every frustration. He knows every request. He knows every desire, but He is waiting for you to come to Him and prayer. And as many of you may know, I'm really pushing our singles to pray. Have your own prayer life. Pray for yourself. Pray for your kingdom marriage. Pray for others. We're doing a September challenge. You guys can check my page. We're doing a September challenge where we are taking 1 hour to pray for ourselves, to pray for our community, pray for our families, to pray for our friends. We must get in the posture of prayer. Do we not see all the things that are happening in the world? We need to be praying like never before. Another thing that I love in this scripture is guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus Christ. Another thing that we do sometimes in singleness, you may meet a new person, you may start dating them, but you're not guarding your heart in your season of waiting and in your season of dating. We must guard our hearts and our minds in our season of waiting. Another area I would like to cover is when we are waiting on God's timing. This whole chapter is about, not chapter, oh my gosh. This whole video is about God's timing. But I just want to say that God's timing is best. I know sometimes we think we have the plan, we have the timeline of when we think things should happen, but God's timing is the best timing. Let's go to 1 Peter 5:6-7. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time he may exalt you, casting all your anxieties on him, because he cares for you. This is such a great verse because we know sometimes we think we know everything, but we must humble ourselves and submit to the plan and the timing of God for our lives. Casting all our anxiety to God. I know sometimes when you're waiting, anxiety can take over and you're just thinking the worst thing, or you're just thinking that your time is has passed you or it's too late, but it's not too late. Doesn't matter how old you are or what you have done, because sometimes some of you feel like you are eliminated because of your past or something that you have done, that you are not able to receive the blessings of God and the promises of God. But I'm here to tell you that cast your anxieties to the Lord. Cast your failures to the Lord, because God is going to show you another side of him. God is going to show you that his timing for your life is perfect. Another thing we should do is trust the Lord in our waiting stage. Let's go to Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding, and always acknowledge him. He will make your path straight. And I just love, this is like my go-to verse when it comes to trusting in the Lord, because, you know, as we're human beings, sometimes we do trust in our own understanding, in our own thoughts, in our own scenarios of how we believe that things are going to happen. But the Lord knows best, and we must trust in his plan, and we must not lean into our own understanding. And if I share something really quick, there are many things that I thought I had the blueprint, and I thought I knew the timing, and I thought I just had a great plan of how I believe that things should happen in my life. But the Lord just changed my plans and showed me that, listen, I'm running this thing right now. The thing about the Lord is that the Lord would come in and just change our plans so it could align with his plan for our lives. And I just pray that this message today encourage someone in their waiting season. I may do a part 2 because there's so much to cover about waiting. And I just want to encourage someone on today. Give your timing, your plans to the Lord. Stay encouraged in your waiting season. Be strengthened. Keep praying. Stay in prayer. If you need to fast in this season of waiting. Surround yourself with people who are speaking life, that can speak into you. And I just pray that you guys have a great day. Please share, like, and subscribe. God bless.